Welcome back to Minutes Anime. Today we are recapping the post-apocalyptic and comedy anime Zom 100 Episode 4. If you have not watched the previous episodes' recaps, you can find them in the description or in the playlist section. And now, let's continue the adventure after Akira met his best friend Kencho. Akira's battling zombies, fighting for his life, and gasping for breath. Meanwhile, Kencho is cooking food. But suddenly, Akira's virtual zombie battle comes to an end when he loses. It was all just a video game. He relaxes on the chair, and he takes a breath of relief. Akira and Kencho are camping on the roof of a building in Tokyo. Akira checks off another goal on his bucket list. Kencho serves a dish of rice and seafood in front of Akira, who starts digging into it right away. Akira compliments Kencho for his delicious cooking. Kencho teases him for not having such a skill. He goes even further and teases him for not dating so far. Akira's frustration grows, and he boldly declares that he'll find a girlfriend today. Kencho glances at the street full of zombies below, and with a hint of irony, wishes him luck. It's like the apocalypse might just improve his chances. Akira returns to his video games as Kencho peruses Akira's bucket list. Inspired by the concept, Kencho seizes a pen and starts jotting down his own aspirations onto Akira's list. Akira isn't particularly thrilled by this intrusion, but Kencho reassures him that they could merge their goals, turning it into a shared bucket list. Kencho emphasizes that he owes his survival to Akira, and he's committed to being by his side for the entire journey. Encouraged by Kencho's dedication, Akira suggests a mall trip to fulfill another list item, acquiring a spacious widescreen TV. On their bike, en route to the mall. While Akira is driving, Kencho is browsing ways on becoming a comedian. Struggling to find a clear path, Akira inquires about Kencho's drive to pursue comedy. Kencho reveals it is a childhood dream rooted in his love for comedic shows. This chat nudges Akira's thoughts toward his own dreams. Akira's thoughts get interrupted by a sudden threat, swerving dangerously close to wreckage and vehicles. Their way is blocked by a zombie in rubble, and a zombie in a truck is driving fast towards them. Kencho is freaking out. Akira is keeping his cool, his focus undisturbed. Akira's memory pulls a trick from his sleeve, that gutsy girl who saved his hide back in the store. He gathers his strength and spots an out, a set of stairs descending into the mall's underground nooks. Akira guns it, staring down the oncoming truck which is driving very fast toward him. Akira speeds up, facing the truck. Just in time, the truck crashes and flips. Akira turns right, steering toward the stairs. The truck crashes into another zombie, making a huge explosion. No problem for Akira. He speeds through the tunnel until they hit a dead end, surrounded by zombies. Their quick wits land them in a wide-open store, through the gap, and slam the door shut after them, cutting the zombies' limbs and surviving on the last second. Once they catch their breath, a flashlight beams in their direction. They turn their attention and spot three striking girls and a nervous guy. The first girl cautiously checks for signs of infection. Among them, one girl breaks down, giving in to despair. Kencho steps in, soothing her with reassuring words. He predicts that the zombies might disperse soon, and their current location, luckily, is a grocery shop, with an unlimited supply of food. With a bottle of whiskey in hand, the first girl takes a swig, and Akira and Kencho join in without hesitation. The other girls follow suit. And in a matter of seconds, they find themselves in a wine and dine. It looks like Akira still got a chance in finding a girlfriend. Kencho and Akira introduce themselves. The scared man is shaking, sure about his death. The girls introduce themselves to Reika, Maki, and Yukari. When Kencho asks how they met, Reika states that they are flight attendants. Akira and Kencho are wining and dining with flight attendants. The excitement of the situation temporarily overshadows the grim reality. Before reality slaps their faces, zombies outside, the girls are depressed and for sure it's not the time. But they are not going to miss the chance. Akira tries his luck, sitting next to Yukari and naively inquiring about her relationship status. Yukari, however, brings him back to earth with a biting dose of reality. Akira's confidence crumbles, and he frantically looks to Kencho for assistance. But Kencho's already caught up in charming Maki, leaving Akira feeling defeated. In a last-ditch effort to assert himself, Akira grabs a bottle of tequila, deciding to overcome his anxiety. He raises his voice, sharing his past struggles with an exploitative company. And then, in a dramatic move, he chugs the tequila in one go. His bold act ignites a spark of wildness among the group. Reika cheers him on, while Kensho stands up and playfully undresses. The tension breaks, and they all let loose, revealing in a moment of spontaneous freedom and enjoyment. Akira faces the tequila consequences, ending up vomiting in the toilet. While he is vomiting, Yuakari shows up and insures on him, and she touches his back. Hope finds a way to Akira's heart, he might still have a chance. For Kensho, he goes to a betting store to score with Maki. Reika and the other scared man are still in the grocery store. Reika is drinking and babbling. While the other guy is sweating, and falls down, he convulses, bleeds and turns into a zombie. He has been infected the whole time. He approaches Reika, holds her legs open and approaches her. She thinks he is harassing her, but once she sees his face, she figures out her inevitable fate. Kensho hears Reika screams, but Maki stops him from going, wishing for more. Yukari is with Akira. Akira asks why she was concerned about him. She was only concerned because he looked like he went overboard with drinking, which is obvious. She resumes talking and answers her previous question. Yes, she has a boyfriend. Once again, Akira's dreams are demolished. Kensho and Maki go to check up on the others. Kensho sees Reika. But when he pays more attention, he finds she is a zombie now. Reika rushes towards him, he avoids her. Maki is drunk and barely conscious. So, she ends up being attacked by Reika. Reika goes again after Kensho. Before she puts a hand on him, he hits her with a bag, knocking her down. When Kensho takes a look around, he notices that the other guy is missing. Yakori mentions Akira's exploitative company. She understands his feelings because that is her third year too. She finds her work exhausting and demanding, but she never left it because the passengers' lives depend on them. She also mentions an incident she had with an old angry man who told her that she is just a flight waitress, which made her ask why she has been working this hard. Akira admits that he aspired to work at a production company because it seemed glamorous. But he figured out it's different than he thought. And the exploitation was only an excuse for quitting. Now when he thinks it was not his dream, he looks to Yakori in the eyes and asks her if that was her dream. If it is, who would care what an old angry man would say? Yakori thinks about what he said for a second. Before she gets to respond, the guy who turned into zombie attacks her. Akira acts right away, grabs him off of her and punches him in the face, making him fall down the stairs. Unfortunately, Yakori has already been bitten. She asks him to leave, but he refuses. She approaches him, and tells him that when she rubbed his back earlier, she remembered when she was a kid and a flight attendant rubbed her back because she was airsick. So she decided to become a flight attendant. Akira breaks into tears, while Yakori is rubbing his back. Yakori thanks him for the day, which felt like a real party. She pushes him away while the zombie attacks her, and finishes her life. Akira runs while crying. He comes by Kensho. Surprisingly, Kensho found a widescreen for Akira. They leave the shop on the bike and go back to the roof camping. In the camp, Akira is playing video games while Kensho is making food. Akira looks lost. He picks a pen and on the bucket list he adds another goal, which is to remember his childhood dream. He picks the controller and resumes playing with his usual enthusiasm. That was all for today's episode. Subscribe not to miss any videos. And like to support Akira and Kensho in surviving from zombies. See you in the next one.